Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new record from Nightrage Wolf to Men, out March 29th on Despots Records. This album has 12 tracks and it's about 44 minutes in length, with the last track on the record being an instrumental track. Overall, I have to describe this record in two words: aggression and melody. This record is perfect for the fans of melodic death metal because of the aggression that it has in it, but still it has that melody to the core. The spinal cord, if you will, of this record is all about the guitar melodies. Incredible riffs, incredible melodies. I'll get more into it because I really want to break down this record into three components that I find that are extremely important. But before I do that, I want to let you guys know that this is a record that has a great fluidity to it. It has a great dynamic from song 1 to song 12. It really goes by so quickly. The songs really flow well from one to the other. All of them offer you something different, something new from the previous track. They change things around, they change the structure of the songs, they change how they put the solos, they change where the solos are inserted into the songs, they change where the heaviness comes, where the heaviness goes, they change where the vocals are even harsher than usual. There's so many moving components, if you will, so many moving parts on this record that creates a very unique record from track to track to track. That to me is one of the highlights of the record because it doesn't allow it to be repetitive, it doesn't allow it to become routine and monotonous, if you will. It is a record that just flows extremely well, that has a lot of life to it, and each song gives you a little something different, something more unique, something specific to that track that really enhances how the song comes to you. They did a really good job doing that. They did a really good job enhancing each song to its maximum potential, either with the lyrics, with the emphasis that they put on certain part of the lyrics, either be the chorus, the verses, the pre-chorus, or with the musical components that they add or change or moved a little bit in order to create a different routine, a different dynamic to that specific song. Now, the three major components I have to mention musically, and not only music, but in general, the three major components that I have to mention about this record are the guitars, the vocals, and the drums. I know for those of you that play bass, you're saying, you never mentioned the bass player. Well, the bass is there, and in some songs is very predominant. In some songs, the bass line really comes across, it really comes through, and you can really hear it setting the tone of the song, and it's really well done because it creates a sense of darkness to those songs that it was needed based on the lyrics of said songs. But to me, the three main components of this record are the guitars, the drums, and the vocals. From a guitar's perspective, I really love the heaviness that they had with their guitars while never losing the more melodic riffs and the more creative melodies. They did a really good job alternating heavier riffs with more melodic riffs, creating really cool dynamics within the songs but also within the overall record. To me, that was extremely well done, and to add to that, I really enjoyed the solos. The solos on this record are just majestic, really well put together, really well incorporated, if you will, into the tracks, really enhancing the flavor, the sound, the feel that each track has. They were really smart on how they incorporated the solos and which part of the song to introduce the solo and how the solos sound in order to really bring the song to life, either from a lyrical perspective or from a musical perspective. In songs where the lyrics were perhaps a little bit darker, the melody of the solo added to that darkness. So I really like what they've done from a guitar perspective on this record. From a drums point of view, it was really also well put together. I like how they change certain dynamics, sometimes within the songs, but definitely from song to song. Some songs, the drums almost sounded almost like a thrash metal rhythm drum bass to it, and some songs is the pure melodic death metal sound, or the more death metal sound, if you will. So I really like how they change these dynamics, not only sometimes, like I said, within the same song, but definitely from song to song. The drums added a lot of aggression, mixed in with the heavy guitars and the harsh vocals, added a lot of aggression to the tracks. And some tracks, when there's so much melody, the drums are really the key point of aggression and heaviness to those specific tracks. From a vocal perspective, I really liked it. I love the harshness of the vocals, but also the raspiness to the tone that the vocals have on this record. Really cool dynamic. I also like in certain tracks where they added a backtrack to it, they added extra layers to that vocal tracks to make it sound even heavier, to have it even a more predominant heaviness to it. And some of those are layers, and in some of those is just a secondary vocalist coming in with some extra vocals to add to that, to those layers, to that heaviness, to that harshness that the song really needed. So from a vocal perspective, they were spot on. They really knew where to add and where to subtract, where to go a little bit even heavier, even darker, even lower, and where to just go out and just blaze, a blaze of glory, I would say. So I really like what they did from a vocal perspective on this album. It really enhanced the message that the lyrics had, and to me this is extremely important. You want songs that really enhance the lyrics, that really bring the songs to life and bring the lyrics and the music all together as one. As favorite tracks are concerned, I'm going to mention 3 tracks. These 3 are my favorite tracks, but that's not the reason why I picked them. I didn't want to pick any of the singles. I really wanted to pick new tracks to talk about, but these 3 actually happen to be my favorite tracks. I'm going to start with Starless Night. Perfect introduction to the album. I was really happy. Normally I like one of the singles to be the first track on the record. In this case, Starless Night was the perfect introduction to the record. The starting riff, it almost has a church doom vibe feel to it, but there's so much aggression from a guitarist perspective and a drum perspective. It really gives the song a very dark and gloomy vibe. Still heavy, still melodic, but with an overall tone of really almost doom kind of tone to the aggression that those drums and guitars had, specifically coming from that intro. Once the vocals kick in, it's just pure aggression, and it's a song that has a fast tempo to it, very aggressive, more melodic in the chorus. That's pretty much the dynamic of this song, where you have the verses being very heavy, almost extremely heavy if you will, really fast paced, then pumping the brakes, slowing down around the chorus, and giving the listener a lot more melody within that chorus. Really brings the song to life, really gives the song a nice fluidity to it. Also a great guitar solo. I really like what they did with the solo on this track. As I did with all the solos on this album, they were really well done. And this track, it really enhanced the beauty of the melody that it had in the chorus. So the solo was just an enhancement to it. It was just an add-on to the beauty that the guitar melodies had in the chorus. Another song I want to mention to you guys is Arm, Aim, Kill. This is a more melodic, perhaps. It has a different dynamic from the previous song. While the previous song was heavier in the verses, more melodic in the chorus, this one tends to be the other way around. This one tends to be more melodic in the verses and heavier in the chorus. I like that because it gives a completely different dynamic from the previous song. It throws you for a loop a little bit. It gives you something different. It has a different structure to it. It has a different approach, if you will. The song itself, the way it's designed, the way it's built, it really feels like it's building towards something. It's building towards a climatic moment, if you will. And it has some undertones. During the more melodic parts of the song, there were some resemblances of a Monomarth in there. I really felt some of the same tones, some of the same melodies in there. It just had that fragrance of that melodic death metal that a Monomarth has. There was some fragrances of that on the more melodic parts of this song. But I really like the more dynamic that this song had between the heavier chorus and the lighter verses, complete opposite from Starless Night. Another key thing about this song was the solo. Not just because of the way the solo came into the song and the melody that gave to the song, but how it was put and where it was placed in the track. The solo comes at the end of the song and it fades out as the song is finishing. I really like that touch. It added to that darkness that I was mentioning before, to that darkness that the song has, and it adds at the same time melody to it. I just really like that. I like the fact that the solo came right at the end and then it fades out of the song as the song is coming to an end. Really well done. I really like it. It was a really nice touch. Last but not least, Disconnecting the Dots. I absolutely love this song. This is a completely different song from the previous two. It's almost like a more stripped down song. It has more of a big stadium rock vibe to it. So this to me is a perfect live anthem. It has a very catchy chorus, very hooky chorus with a really cool melody around that adds a lot of darkness to the lyrics on the chorus. So I really like that. But the whole song, the way the guitars are introduced into this song, the way the intro of the song is a more melodic, stripped down intro, how it becomes heavier, the way the drums are placed, how the drums change in different parts of the song, giving you a different level of heaviness, if you will. Everything about this song to me screams a big arena, big stadium, old school rock and roll. There's a lot of that into this song. It's still a melodic death metal song, don't get me wrong, but the roots of this song, the DNA of this song, there's a lot of arena rock and roll in this song, which to me creates a more of an anthem song, a song that in my opinion has to be played live. I think this is one of those songs that it's going to connect with the audience, it's going to get everybody pumped up, it's going to get everybody moving. It's a song that breeds energy, that breeds life. Heavy, beautiful, melodic, perfect balance between those worlds, between the world of heavy and the world of melodic. This song has a little bit of everything, but to me, like I said, it's just a song that screams larger than life, screams big arena, big stadium. I really hope that they include this song on their set list, because I really feel that in a live setting the crowd will respond extremely well to this song, specifically because of the chorus. When you have a song like this with a lot of melody, with some heaviness to it, with a really hooky and catchy chorus, you have a song that works perfectly in a live setting, because you're going to have people singing along with you, you're going to have people enjoying the song, vibing to the song, and that's what you want. You want to connect with the audience, and you want songs that allow you to connect with the audience. This song is one of those. Alright guys, this is Nightrage Wolf to Man, out March 29 on Despot Records. Let me know your thoughts on the band, on the tracks that you had a chance to listen to. I want to hear from you. Use the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.